It's a funny question, isn't it? Do you have permission to dream? Permission to actually imagine a career or even a life that's what you really want? Well, today we're going to get into it because we're looking at a framework that helps turn that dream into a reality.
We've all been there, right? Standing at a crossroads, feeling pulled in a million different directions. It's that classic moment of paralysis. Do I stick with the safe bet, the thing I know? Or do I take a leap on that something else?
And hey, if you're nodding along, you are definitely not alone. This is the exact spot a master student we'll call Charlie found himself in. He had a couple of good options on the table, but absolutely no idea which way to go. His story, well, it's going to be our guide.
So, to get Charlie, and really any of us, from being stuck to getting clarity, we're going to use this simple 5-step map from Stephen Wood. First, you figure out where you are now. Then, you let yourself dream. After that, you explore the possibilities, you make a choice, and then you make it happen. Okay, so let's kick things off with step 1, know your starting point. I mean, you can't really map out a journey to somewhere new if you're not totally brutally honest about where you're standing right this second.
So this whole thing begins by just looking back at your experiences. Think about a time you felt totally energized by your work. That's a highlight. And then think of a time that just sucked the life out of you. That's a low light. See, the goal here isn't just to make a list, it's to find the pattern, what actually makes you tick.
Next up, you've got to get super clear on your preferences, and this is huge. It's not just about what you want, it's about what you don't want. These are your non-negotiables. Like maybe for you it's, I absolutely need creative freedom. Or there's no way I'm working in a place with a toxic culture. You got to draw those lines in the sand.
And now we get to the big one, your motivations. You have to ask yourself, why am I even doing this? Why bother? What is that deep down reason that's pushing you? Because that why, that's the fuel that's going to keep your engine running when the road gets bumpy. And finally, for this first step, it's time for a little reality check. Look at the external data. What do your performance reviews actually say? What kind of feedback are you getting from people you trust? Sometimes other people see strengths in us that we're totally blind to. This is all about balancing what you feel on the inside with the facts from the outside.
All right, we've done the groundwork. Now for the fun part. We're going to shift gears from analysis to pure creativity as we move into steps 2 and 3. Dream and explore. This is where we turn that vision into real, tangible options.
Now, this is so important. Step 2 is about your dream. Not your parents' dream for you, not what your boss thinks you should do, yours. It's about letting your gut and your heart have a seat at the table right next to your logical brain. You need both to build a vision that actually means something to you. And this quote from Carl Sandburg just nails it, doesn't it? Nothing happens unless first we dream. That vision, that dream, it's the seed. Without it, you're not really moving forward. You're just reacting to whatever life throws at you. Okay, and this next bit, step 3 is exactly where our friend Charlie hit a wall. He had his options, but he was frozen, trying to analyze them to death. The key here is to just brainstorm. Go wild. Consulting, starting a food truck, moving to another country. The one and only rule is generate ideas without judging them. No bad ideas at this stage. Just get them all out. So now you've probably got this big, messy, exciting list of possibilities. It's time to bring a little order to that chaos. We're moving on to step 4, which is all about making a choice. Or, as I like to think of it, making a courageous decision. So how do you actually do that? Well, you start by listing out what's most important to you. Is it money, work-life balance, making an impact? List all those factors. And then, and this is the hard part, you force rank them. What truly matters most? You combine that hard data with your gut feeling, and a path will start to light up. And this is where this fantastic quote from Peter Drucker comes in. Success isn't an accident. It happens because at some point, someone had the guts to make a choice and commit to it. This is your moment, to be that person, to make that courageous decision based on all the hard work you've just done. All right, we have come a long way, but a brilliant decision is, well, it's just a thought if you don't do anything about it. This brings us to the final, and maybe the most critical step of all, making it happen. It's time to get some runs on the board. To make anything happen, you've got to understand what you're up against. Think of it like this. There are 2 forces working against you. You've got your internal resistance. That's all the self-doubt, the fear, the procrastination. And then you have the external obstacles, the real-world stuff that gets in your way. But here's the cool part. There's actually an equation for success. It says your vision multiplied by your motivation plus your first steps.
All of that has to be greater than your internal resistance plus your external obstacles. One side has to outweigh the other.
So let's break that down real quick. V is that crystal clear vision we talked about. M is your deep down motivation, your why. And F, that's the small, simple first steps you can take literally right now. Those are your driving forces. They have to be stronger than your IR, internal resistance, and EO, the external obstacles.
So here's the bottom line. If you're feeling stuck, it's because the things holding you back are stronger than the things pushing you forward. Simple as that. The solution isn't to pretend resistance doesn't exist. No, the solution is to make your vision bigger, your motivation stronger, and to just take that tiny first step.
You've probably heard this proverb before, but it is just perfect right here. We can't go back in time. We can't plant the tree 20 years ago. But the second best time is always, always right now. It's all about taking action. Which brings us right back to you. It all comes down to this one simple, powerful question. After all the thinking, all the dreaming, what are you going to do now? What is your first step?